Alright, everyone, Doc Phoenix, all Marios. This is Mario Party 2 for the Nintendo 64. And it has a story!
What?
What kind of story do we have this time? Well, let me begin.
Okay.
One day, Mario and friends created a new world.
Okay, we've established they have that power.
That world was Mario Land!
Okay.
But there was one who didn't think too highly of the name Mario Land. That was that scoundrel Wario! Wario thought that since he was the superstar, it should be called Wario Land.
I guess he was the superstar from last time.
And then Mario starts shoving him. And Luigi's getting in on it.
Tackle.
Everyone's all arguing, and then the monkey's involved.
He thinks it should be called Donkey Kong Land, but that already exists.
But once he spoke up, an argument about who the real superstar was ensued. Then Princess Toadstool said, I have a name we can all agree upon.
Toadstool Land.
It's just like the princess to solve a problem, they all thought, feeling a bit humbled. The name of this world shall be...
Yeah, okay. Pratfall.
So the raucous argument continued for a while.
Clearly, it should have been named Toadland.
About that time, a terrible thing happened in Mario Land.
So-called Mario Land. A Bowser happened.
Without warning, Bowser appeared and began attacking Mario Land. Also, there was a Koopa Troopa there. I don't care if Bowser breathes fire on me. A good Koopa Troopa who discovered Bowser ran toward Mario and company.
So he's a traitor.
Then Koopa shouted as loud as he could, Mario Land is being invaded by Bowser! But he was ignored. But Toad, who couldn't stand it any longer, said... Why don't we name the world after the superstar who defeats Bowser? And then Toad walked off stage to be the announcer again.
Yeah, the monkey was there.
Mario and everyone else agreed with Toad's proposal. Immediately, they all began scrambling as fast as they could towards Mario Land. Will Mario and friends ever be able to defeat Bowser?
Why are they applauding?
This is the legend of Mario Land. Let us see how it unfolds.
The Legend of Mario Land.
So, this is Mario Party 2. They created a world and then fought over who gets to have it named after them. Mario's kind of being a jerk about this, because, like, there's already a place called Mario Land. He made it in his golf world. Maybe that was, like, a prototype for making this world?
Yeah.
So, before we go to Rules Land and learn the rules of Mario Party 2, let's take a stop at the Options Laboratory with Professor Fungi. This is Professor Fungi. This is the assistant guy there. We can look at our records, and we can look at music playlists for musics and sounds. And here's the sound machine. We can switch between stereo and mono
photograph.
sound. And here's the trash compactor. We can erase all our save data. Let's do that. Let's see how erasing save data looks. He takes just the data from this typewriter. Yeah, let's really erase it. He throws it over. No, you can really erase it. What if we say no? Does he, like, toss it back?
Professor, wait, don't do it!
Yes, just as I suspected. I had the real one over here! Scared you, didn't I? You still have a lot to learn.
Wow, what a jerk.
No, let's actually erase.
Also, they say it's his computer, but it's a typewriter.
I said no again accidentally.
How many copies does he have?
Enough? And at the end here, you have to press start to erase all data. Let's erase it all.
Start erasing.
Slam it into that trash compactor. There we go. We've erased all the data. So we're at a fresh save. Let's check out the rules of this game. It's basically Mario Party, but there's more. So let's hear what the rules of the game are, because they're going to be slightly more than the first game. We're off to Rules Land.
Did they name that world too after the rules?
I guess. Rules Land explains the game rules in detail. Now listen carefully, everyone, so you don't miss anything. Now aim for superstardom, and good luck. We're almost there. Let's go.
This is what the inside of a pipe looks like.
Apparently.
It has pipes.
There are Koopa shell balloons? Hot air balloons? Welcome, this is Rules Land, a special land which explains the rules of Mario Party 2. And it started by explaining the rules in their proper order, as opposed to explaining them in a random order.
First
we determine turn order.
The order of the order.
It's determined by the numbers on the dice block. So just like Mario Party 1, you get our
your
10-sided cube die.
Your 10-sided cube.
To get the turn order. Yeah, it's turn order's highest number, and we have our map of Rules Land. Let's start the game. You hit the dice block and move the space as shown. It's a roll and move board game. Mario goes one space. As there's spaces, different spaces. Blue spaces gain 3 coins. That's the same as the other time.
Red spaces lose 3 coins?
Yep. You already see there's something different over up there. This is the happening space. Again, happenings.
Happen.
Something different based on the board. It just, there's a happening. And then you can have a split path. And this is the chance time space, we saw that. But now it's green instead of blue. And at the thing, you get a mini-game, but it doesn't show the mini-game in the Rules Land. The Bowser space is bad, because then Bowser is there, and he does tricks, so be on your guard, and don't step on the Bowser space, like Mario did. The fool.
The utter fool.
This is new. This is an item space.
Okay.
When you land here, an item minigame begins. So this game has items that you can collect in various ways, one of them being item minigames, and then you can use them during the map. This is a battle space. It begins a battle minigame. This is, it's basically a 4-player head-to-head thing where everybody, it's gambling, basically. Everybody antes up for this minigame, and then the winner takes the jackpot.
Okay.
There are still...
hidden blocks?
Okay, yeah, this is like in, this was an unlockable thing in Mario Party 1, that you could buy the hidden block and turn it on. There's just hidden blocks in this by default. So, they're sometimes hidden on blue spaces when the bonus setting is chosen before starting your game, because you actually have the option to not play with random bonuses in this one. So here, Wario just kind of finds this coin block with a ton of coins in it.
Or a star!
Yeah, you can just find a fucking star. You just randomly get a star. So, there's more random to that, but it's an option this time.
Yeah.
And there's many games, so it's the same way that it worked in the first one. You got the color of the space that you land on changes the panel of your player there, and then when it's minigame time, green panels will randomly change to either red or blue, and then they split to the type of minigame based on the split of colors. If it's all the same color, you get a 4-player minigame. If it's divided 2 and 2, it's a 2-player team game, 2 versus 2. If it is 1 versus 3, you get 1 versus 3.
Or 3 versus 1, I guess.
Those are the different types of minigames, and then once the type is determined, it picks a game at random from the list. It puts random, it assembles the list randomly and then does random from the list. So then you do the minigame. Now there's buildings.
Buildings?
There's buildings now. Like a
this
bank.
Bank.
This is the Koopa Bank. When you pass the bank, you must deposit 5 coins in the bank. But if you land on the space, you get all the coins that have been deposited there.
Uh-huh.
So that's a thing. There's an item shop.
Ah.
Where you can use coins to buy items. That's another way to get items aside from the minigame. If you already have an item, or you can't afford it, then you can't buy anything. So you can only have one item at a time.
But you don't have to land on that arrow. You just
Correct.
whenever
You just pass it by.
Okay.
And there's some characters, like Toad. Toad, he's got a star. You buy a star for 20 coins, that's the same as before.
That's how you win.
There's the Boo, it's the same as before. You can steal coins for free, or you can pay him to steal stars. Actually, does he do coins for free this time? I don't know. I guess we'll find out later. And then there's a Baby Bowser. You remember Baby Bowser? There was the Baby Bowser in the space map of the last one.
Right, which is different than Bowser as a baby.
Correct. This is like some kind of weird Bowser kid group thing? I don't know. This is either some kind of weird robot child, or there's just a bunch of Koopa children that dress like Bowser and follow him around to cause trouble and misery for all.
He apparently has cousins.
Passing Baby Bowser, he'll steal coins from you. 5 coins. That's it.
And then he becomes Bowser.
But there's an item that turns Baby Bowser into proper Bowser. And then he'll run into you and take all your coins.
Okay.
So there's lots of different items, and they can do things like that. And then there's a set number of turns that you pick at the beginning, like last time. There's the bonus setting that's new that you can select on and off. If it's you remember at the end of the previous ones, you get like the 3 stars get randomly assigned. The whoever got the most coins for mini games, whoever got the most coins total, and whoever landed on happening spaces the most. Mm-hmm. Those are the bonus stars, so you can turn those off in this game. It's the same bonuses, but again, now you have the option to turn them off. So, minigame star, most coins in minigames. Coin star, most coins, period. Happening star, most happening spaces. And most stars is the winner at the superstar, and number of coins breaks a tie from that. That's the game.
Well, okay.
We've seen rules map now.
Then we don't need to see the rest of the game because we already know how it goes, right?
I mean, there's a story. There's more to the story that I'm gonna do. I'll go off again on my own as usual, play through all of the maps, do all of the grinding that's needed, and we'll do post-commentary afterwards. So, I guess we'll come back to this in a couple of weeks, maybe a month, to record the next thing.
Well, for you, it'll be the next time.
It'll be tomorrow, because this was the... Actually, yeah, it might even be right now. No, this will be its own video. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll get to check out all these nifty places. There's a pirate land, there's a western land, a space land, mystery land, a horror land, and there's a minigame land. There's a minigame land, because it's the land of minigames. I'm just gonna look at this real quick, because there's nothing there yet.
It's a tiny game land.
It's a place that you know, and it's got a little tree. Look at the tree guy.
Is that Wispy
minigame
Woods?
land. It is not Wispy Woods. But he sells minigames. Whoever this tree guy is. It's Woody.
Woody!
You can buy minigames from Woody.
Ugh.
Except we can't, because he doesn't have any minigames. Because he only stocks minigames that you have seen at least once in the proper game. So, that's the thing. This is Minigame Park! You can't play minigames there just yet.
Oh.
There's a records bottle. It contains minigame records.
Okay.
And this is our coin box. So this is where all our coins get stored, because we don't have the bank here this time.
Right, we just have a coin box. We know what happens when we put all of our coins in a bank.
Yeah.
They get stolen by Bowser.
So here now we hide them in minigame land.
Yeah.
But,
no one can go to minigame land.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Woody to guard everything. I'm sure he'll protect it all perfectly just fine, no problems.
How does his roots work if he's on an island that's bouncing?
The island seems to be made of rock, so,
But it's also pulsating.
I don't know. I mean, things pulse. We've determined this. Sometimes things just pulse.
Things do just pulse.
That just happens.
There's also 2 islands that don't have anything on them.
Yep, so this will have stuff that will unlock as we do things, and I'll show them off. But let's get out of here, because that's all for today. We've learned the rules of Mario Party 2, and we've seen the story. Actually, let's close out, because there's a story in the manual, and it's the same story, but it's different words. It's a rhyme.
I don't.
It's a rhyme.
Do we have to?
You can walk away if you want to, but I'm gonna record this.
Okay.
The Legend of Mario Land. Mario and Luigi, Wario and Peach, DK and Yoshi all gathered in speech, sharing their wishes for all they had seen, saying, "Let's make a world built on all of our dreams." Combining their talents, they sweated and strained, completing that world, Mario Land by name. Alas, but Wario stepped forth and said, "This world should be named for a superstar instead. Wario Land is a far better name." And so they all argued the depth of their fame. "Peach Land is better, and my name is best." Toad could not believe the words of the rest. But as they debated who was more grand, Bowser invaded that Mario Land. "There's no time to argue and no time to fight. The task is before us," Toad said with affright. "This land shall be named for the superstar who defeats evil Bowser and saves us all too." So Mario and friends took on this new quest to defeat the King Koopa and prove who's the best. They went deep into space, met ghosts and pirates, but always on Bowser their keen sights were set. No adventure more trying, no reward more grand. So speaks the legend of Mario Land. Thanks for joining. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and tune in tomorrow where we'll get started on checking out these different lands that we've got of the boards and play the game that is the actual game as opposed to just learning about the game, which is what we did today. Thanks. Bye. Thank you. Join tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.